In our first class, we explained Euclid's division lemma. Today we are going to discuss some of its application. The first one, every positive even integer is of the form 2q and every positive odd integer is of the form 2q plus 1 for some integer q. Let a be any positive integer and in the place of b I am going to take 2. A and b are two positive integers. Here in the place of b I am taking 2. Then there exists integers q and r such that a is equal to 2q plus r, where 0 less than or equal to r strictly less than 2. In the place of b it is 2. See, here r is an integer, it is less than or equal to, it is in between 0 and 2. It is strictly less than 2 and it is greater than or equal to 0. So, what are the possible values of r? R can be is equal to 0, 1. No other integral value is there between 0 and 2, excluding 2 and including 0. So, when r is equal to 0, then a is of the form 2q, where q is an integer. So, what is the numbers of the form 2q? They are even integers. And when r is equal to 1, then a is equal to 2q plus 1. We know that if an integer is not even, then definitely it is odd. So, odd integers are of the form 2q plus 1. So, that is that problem. The following questions you can try yourself. Show that square of a natural number is either a multiple of 8 or it exceeds multiple of 8 by 1 or it exceeds multiple of 8 by 4. So, every square of every natural number is either a multiple of 8 or it is 1 more than multiple of 8 or it is 4 more than a multiple of 8. See, let a be a natural number. In the place of b I am going to take 4. So, a and 4 are two integers. Then there exists two integers q and r such that a is equal to 4q plus r, 0 less than or equal to r strictly less than 4. Euclid's division lemma. For two integers a and 4, there exists two more integers q and r such that a is equal to 4q plus r. The value of r is strictly less than 4 and its value is greater than or equal to 0. So, what are the possible values of r? R can be is equal to 0, r equal to 1, r equal to 2, r equal to 3. So, these are the possible values of r. When r equal to 0, then definitely that natural number is a multiple of 4, a equal to 4q. This implies a square is equal to 4q whole square, that is equal to 16q square. 16q square. 16q square is multiple of 8. It is of the form 8 into m, 8 into a natural number. So, it is a multiple of 8. When r is equal to 1, then the natural number is 4q plus 1. When r equal to 1, then the natural number is of the form 4q plus 1. Then what about its square? Its square is equal to 4q plus 1 whole square. A plus b whole square. a square, here 16q square, 2ab, that is 8q plus 1. And you can see that first term is divisible by 8. 16 is a multiple of 8. Second term 8 into q, so that is also divisible by 8. If two numbers are divisible by 8, then their sum is also divisible by 8. So sum of these two terms is divisible by 8. So it is of the form a multiple of 8 plus 1. These two terms is divisible by 8, so plus 1 form. So that is of the form 8m plus 1. Now r equal to 2. When r equal to 2, a is equal to 4q plus 2. That implies what is a square? A square is equal to 4q plus 2 whole square. That is equal to 16q square plus 16q, 2ab, 2 into 4 into 2, that is 16, 16q plus 4. And you can see that these two terms are divisible by 8. So this is of the form 8m plus 4. Then r is equal to 3. When r equal to 3, then the natural number is of the form 4q plus 3. That implies a square is equal to 4q plus 3 whole square. That is equal to 16q square plus 2 into 4q into 3. 24q plus square of 3, 9. See that I can write 8 into 2q square plus 3q plus 1 plus 1. See 8 into 2q square, 16q square, 8 into 3q, 24q, 8 into 1 is 8, 8 plus 1 is this 9. So what is this? 8 into an integer, 8 into an integer, 8m, multiple of 8 plus 1. We have seen square of a natural number is either a multiple of 8. See here it is multiple of 8. Here multiple of 8 plus 1. Here multiple of 8 plus 4. Here also multiple of 8 plus 1. So square of a natural number is either a multiple of 8 or it exceeds a multiple of 8 by 1 or it exceeds a multiple of 8 by 4. See, you can notice one thing here. 4q plus 1, 4q plus 3, they are odd natural numbers. 4q and 4q plus 2 are even because 4 is an even number and even number into q is even. Here sum of two even numbers is again even. 4q plus 1 even plus odd. Here also even plus odd. So 4q plus 1, 4q plus 3 are odd natural numbers. So we can say that odd natural numbers are of the form 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3. Therefore, square of odd natural numbers, you can notice it is always of the form 8m plus 1. So, square of odd natural numbers exceeds a multiple of 8 plus 1. See, based on this concept, you can answer to this question. 1, 11, 111, 1111, etc. The last number 111, etc. 11, you can count there are 2020 digits. So a sequence is given. How many perfect squares are there in this sequence? You can see that first term is a perfect square, one is a perfect square. Like how many perfect squares are there in this sequence? The first number is 1, second number 11, 2 ones, 3 ones, 4 ones. Like that we are considering 2020 digit number. Each digit is equal to 1. How many perfect squares are there? And all these numbers are odd numbers. So we are in search of odd perfect squares. See this number 11. When you divide 11 by 8, what is the remainder? And we know that 11 is not a perfect square. 11 is not a perfect square. 111 is also, it is not a perfect square. Then this number you see 1111, that is 1000 plus 111. Why I am taking 1000? 1000 is a multiple of 8. 125 into 8 is 1000. So this is multiple of 8. And what about 111? When you divide 111 by 8, 111 divided by 8, 1 time 8, 31, 3 times 24, so you are going to get remainder 7. So when you divide 111 by 8, remainder is 7. So this is a multiple of 8. This number gives remainder 7 when you divide by 8. Therefore, 1111 leaves remainder 7 when you divide by 8. And you can see that the next number is 11111, 5 ones. So that also you can write 11,000 plus 111. Certainly 11,000 is divisible by 8 because it is a multiple of 1000. So if you consider any number from this sequence after this, you can write it as a multiple of 1000 plus 111. So you can see from here onwards, if you divide any term of the sequence by 8, you are going to get the remainder 7. And we know that a perfect square leaves remainder 1 when it is divided by 8. But these numbers are giving remainder 7. Therefore, no one from this sequence cannot be a perfect square except this one. When you divide 1 by 8, remainder is 1. 1 divided by 8, 0 is the quotient and the remainder is 1. And you can see that if you take any other number from this sequence, that number when you divide 8, the remainder is not 1. If remainder is not 1, certainly we can say that that number cannot be a perfect square. When you divide a number by 8, if remainder is 1, you cannot say that that is a perfect square. See, for example, 33. When you divide 33 by 8, 4 times 32, remainder is 1. 33 is not a perfect square. So when you divide a number by 8, if remainder is 1, then we cannot say that that is a perfect square. We have to see whether it is a perfect square or not. But we know that a perfect square, I am speaking about odd perfect squares. Odd perfect squares, they leave remainder 1 when you divide by 8. So here all numbers are odd numbers, and when you divide those numbers by 8, you are not getting that remainder 1. So certainly those numbers cannot be perfect squares.